on this boat there will be Filipino cadets. It's part of an expedition around the world to really put focus on climate change, sustainability of the oceans, and plastic in the oceans. And this vessel will come to the Philippines, as I said, in October. In the margins of this important event of this vessel coming to Manila, we are organizing a conference on maritime and energy issues. And I have invited the President-elect to come and speak at the conference about renewable energy in the Philippines. So the main topic of our conversation was climate change and renewable energy. Norway has big investments in the Philippines in renewable energy, and more companies and more investments will come in the coming years. Offshore wind, floating solar, and also hydro. So that's the plan for the future for Norway in the Philippines, really to increase our imprint on renewable energy in the country. I mentioned to the President-elect that according to a study by the World Bank, a roadmap on offshore wind for the Philippines, which we think will be an important new sector in the country, presents great opportunities for the Philippines in the future. The World Bank talks about up to 50,000 jobs, good paying jobs for Filipinos if you are successful in developing this new sector. That will require some adjustments and policies on the Filipino side. For instance, foreign companies should be able to own a majority of the equity in these kinds of investments, as they often are investments with several billions of dollars, and foreign investors would like to have the certainty of having a majority stake in their investment. If the Philippines is successful in this endeavor, as I mentioned, they think thousands of jobs can be created.
Sir, what is that new sector that are you referring to? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so offshore wind is basically, so the best wind resources in the Philippines and in many countries are offshore, at sea. And actually in the areas of the sea where you would need floating solar. So the windmills will float in the water. And Norway has one of the first big projects of this right now being developed. And this is a great opportunity for the Philippines. For a plenty supply of energy. As you know, the country is growing in the economy and energy consumption is increasing. So offshore wind is really one of your best bets for the future.
Ambassador, on a slightly different topic, Norway has served as a third-party facilitator for peace talks between the government of the Philippines and the Communist Party. Was this discussed during your meeting with the President-elect, and what did he say about it?
Well, I wouldn't use this opportunity to talk so much about what the President-elect said, but yes, we discussed this topic. I would say what we discussed in most detail on the peace file was Norway's engagement in the Bangsamoro. Norway is the vice chair of something called the Independent Decommissioning Body, charged with decommissioning former combatants. We have achieved 20,000 former combatants being decommissioned so far out of 40,000. So we are halfway there, and we look forward to continuing our support to bring peace to the Bangsamoro, also during the next administration.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.